Hello, all my Aquarius friends. Welcome to your birthday reading. This is for the second half of January, the 16th through the 31st, and throughout the rest of your February Aquarius birthdays. This reading will go from 2 to 6 months out. It is a large reading, so it is covering a whole different spectrum than the normal monthly readings do. So this is my gift to you as a group. So many blessings to you. This is all for the collective Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. That means if you have Aquarius in your natal chart, this reading is for you. If you'd like a private reading, please visit royalmystic.com and I'll tune into your personal energy and be happy to assist you once you schedule your reading. Thank you, angels, archangels, divine pure white light, divine spirit, spirit guides, gods and goddesses. Thank you so much for being present here to allow all Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising to have the information they seek to assist them in remaining on their highest possible spiritual path. We thank you so much, Divine, for these blessings and beautiful messages, and we receive them in the love and light for which they are intended. Thank you so much for this divine guidance. We are always appreciative and welcome your energy here. Thank you, Divine. So, let's see what we have. We're going to start off with the Nine of Swords, some apprehension, holding something to your chest. Oh, I got two, so those are both here. Oh, transition. And the Ten of Cups, which is the happily ever after. So whatever it is you're worrying about, as it comes to pass, this will be alleviated. So don't let yourself get caught up in needless fear. Remember that fear is only an illusion. It is only a state of thinking and not an actual reality, unless it's, something actively in the physical that you can see in front of you. Now we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the Strength card, the Ace of Swords, the Five of Rods, Ten of Pentacles, this is awesome, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands. We have the Knight of Cups, the Magician, the Hierophant, and the High Priestess. In the near future, we have the Empress, the Chariot, the Page of Wands, and the Lovers. Your underlying card is obstacles being removed. This is the Tower, and this means things being taken out of the way to help you move forward. So a lot of times this card means you making your own changes and restructuring your life. Most of the time it has to do with something that has to change, but on this one, the underlying card from the underlier is the Ten of Wands, so it lets me know this has actually been preventing you from moving forward, and the burden is about to be lifted. Now that reflects very well in the rest of the cards that I can tell so far. So this is part of the movement. Now the center set of cards here is the here and now, which means it's the kind of overview of all of this. So first of all, we're having, anytime we have change, we get in a state of fear or a little bit of nervousness or anxiety, because change is always unforeseen, right? You don't know what it's going to be until it happens, but you know it's coming, and you're anticipating what's happening, and your mind can get a little bit run away with you. So remember, if you find yourself in a place of fear, you need to stop and center and focus your energy on the universe is always, always conspiring in my favor. I've come this far, and the universe has brought me to this place, not to see me fail, but to see me succeed. The universe always wants my success and best possible outcome. And you must want that too. So that's why you're saying it, to affirm it with the universe. So get an agreement that you are having an experience of fear only as an alert that you're stepping outside of your comfort zone. And if you understand that, then the fear isn't so overwhelming, right? We all have to have that little, ooh, the little nervous moment with the butterflies in the stomach as we step forward into our future, and that's what this is. If you can see it that way, you can diminish it. Fear only has power if you give it your power. So don't do that. Page of Cups. This is where we have something up our sleeve that we're not ready to tell everyone. There's something coming and you know what it is. That's why you're having this moment. But you're waiting to see how it all turns out before you actually tell everybody. And that's smart, because people can also instill fear in you because they don't understand what's happening, and they're wanting to protect you as well. And it's a habit. People have learned to say they want to caution you, so they think they're doing a good thing by telling you, hey, watch out, blah blah. But it doesn't always work that way. So don't let other people's anxiety and fear feed into yours. We have the Six of Swords, which is moving forward, and this is a beautiful energy of launching in the right direction, allowing yourself to be guided by this beautiful moon. This is your spirit, your higher self, your connection to divine, allowing the reflection to guide you. The moon is guiding you. And just so there's a little friggy frog down here. He's got a little frog. And he is a very good fortune. That is what frogs are. Good luck, good fortune, prosperity, fertility, abundance. So he is on your path. Now we have the Ten of Cups, which is happily ever after. This is household energy. It can mean the harmony in your household, the feeling of comfort that you have as you move into this new thing. This means this is the right thing to do, because the Six of Swords means moving in the right direction, and the Ten of Cups is affirming that you have indeed made it, quote unquote, made it in the right direction. So that's a great overview. Now let's see what the household energy has. We have, when I say household energy, sometimes it's about the actual house, sometimes it's about the group of people you associate with and call your friends, or your people who are directly connected to you in your life, friends and family. We have the Ace of Pentacles, so this is a solid foundation, being able to stand very strongly and firmly in your finances, being very strong, and also a new beginning. This means being put in, it's like a keystone, being put in place for you to allow you to be able to build upon it, okay, which would be the setting for this Ten of Cups. Then we have the Ace of Cups, which is the universe giving you its blessing. This is like the universe holding up a glass to you, only it's offering you the glass. It is the Holy Grail, which is even better. So this is a new cycle beginning. We've got the knowledge of the universe being given to you here with the all-seeing eye. So whatever it is that you need to know, you will be taught or told. And so whatever, even if it's something you're not familiar with, don't be in fear. The universe will provide whatever you need. And then you have this cup, which is quite literally contains the elixir of life, which is the DNA of life inside this cup. So this is an amazing blessing from the universe. You've got two. These two blessings are, all aces are things laid out in front of you to help you with the universe. And this is, the universe has said it to help you. This is all about having whatever finances you need or stability you need, plus health, love, happiness, joy, everything within this cup. It means you can virtually write your own ticket here. These two together are saying, we are providing all things for you. Now, you have the Strength card next, which is, first of all, the Leo Major Arcana, but secondly, it is the Archangel Ariel. Ariel is the Lion of God. This is an amazing energy. I'm so excited for you to have this, because this means having the assistance that you need to get to your goal here. Okay, so Ariel will never abandon you. And this is being a very loyal energy. So whoever's around you, that means they are also in that kind of energy. So now you have the third ace. Now I just think that's amazing. You have 3 of the 4 aces right here. So the Ace of Swords is the victory, being able to cut through all the BS, clearing your path, allowing you to make a decisive decision on which direction you're moving, and being a victor in cutting loose of all things that may hold you back. So Aquarius, this is amazing energy, and I don't think I've ever had three of the four together like that. So that's amazing. That's in your household and home life. Now, in your career and finance, we have the Five of Wands. So this may be competition. It may be your own internal struggle with, making up your mind, and this is going to help you do that. Or it may even be that you have had to stand your ground on something. Okay, so this is committing to something and standing up for yourself to get to the end of it. Whatever it is, you've got, it may be, this may also be someone who's just really been working against all odds to come out the other side. Okay, it may seem like this past year you've been just fighting everything tooth and nail and having to struggle just to get what you need or get things done. It may have seemed like everything was opposing you, but this is where the payoff is. Here's the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is the lifetime of money. So this is a large sum of money, either a lump sum or a payout through time, like a job. This is learning something new with the Eight of Pentacles next to it. So I can't even tell you how excited that is with having both of these cards. You've got the 10 and the 8, which means you're learning to bring in more abundance through whatever it is that you're studying. This is the Apprentice card, so it means learning something new. So not only having the ability to have this 10 of Pentacles, you've got the 10 of Cups, and you've got the 8 of Pentacles here with the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. So the two highest vibrations in the money area are the Ace of Pentacles and the 10, and you have them both. So I'm just saying. Now we have the Seven of Wands. Now this is where it's telling you just stand strong. You had to fight to get here. Now you're going to have to just stand in your place, no matter what anybody says. You have to stick up for yourself and say, nope, I have decided. And this can also mean barring the door, where you just cut out. You say, you know what? I'm not even going to hear what you say. I already know what I'm doing. I don't need your input, and all you're trying to do is change my mind. So I'm just doing my own thing here. And it can also be saying, I stand my ground. I'm not going to associate with certain people, or I don't want to do that for, something else for a living, or I'm not going to do it the wrong way. Because some people try to convince you to take shortcuts. Don't take shortcuts for somebody specific, because that came up as I was changing into this, and then all of a sudden I heard don't take shortcuts. So please be careful. Don't let anybody talk you into doing something the wrong way. Here we have the Knight of Cups, which is a beautiful offer being extended. Very excited and happy energy. This is either love. It is in the love life, relationship, and spiritual life, but sometimes the financial thing can come in here too. So we have the Knight of Cups, which is an offer of love, or an offer regarding a job or business. It's something that you've been manifesting, so whatever it is, it's something you've been pouring your energy into, bringing about through your positive energy. This is reminding you to always use divine light in that aspect. You do not want to use negativity, because it will turn out negative. Now we have the Hierophant. A Hierophant is the Taurus major arcana, but it is also talking about an organization. Now this can be moving forward in a job. This is being offered to come into this group. They're saying, yes, you have permission to join. This can also be a government agency giving you some kind of certification or paperwork regarding being able to permit. They're saying permit. So whoever that's for, finally get what you need to move forward. And if it's a job, it can be, it is a large place, whatever it is, it's a large place. And we have so we're talking government agency, school, hospital, somewhere where there's a lot of people, or even an international corporation. So we have the High Priestess here, which is a beautiful energy of going with the flow. So as we are moved forward, we have to remember to stay in see, you're starting here with a beautiful manifestation. As you manifest, you've got to be willing to move as it moves with you, right? So being in a place of allowing, being in, and I don't want to say surrender, because you're not really surrendering to its will. What you have to do is surrender your resistance. That's all. Just allow, let go of disbelief, and just go with the flow. Allow the universe to guide you to the right place, because it will not fail you if you allow. And this is listening to the things that urge you to do different things. You're listen to your gut. So we have the Empress in the near future, and this is a beautiful energy of, she's all about creative and bringing things to life. This can be, doesn't have to be a human being bringing to life. It means bringing something to life. So bringing a piece of art or music or a book or anything creative, bringing it into this world from your thoughts into the natural. Okay, so from the supernatural into the natural. She's the muse. She's also very fertile in her ideas, and anyone who is being nurtured by the universe knows that that is the best feeling in the world, to feel like you're doing the right thing for the right reason. That's when you achieve your highest success. And in saying that, look at that. We have the Chariot. So I normally sing my Georgian Wheezy song, but I don't want to get in trouble for that. But we'll just say we're moving on up like Georgian Wheezy and moving forward with that beautiful energy of upgrade. This is a life upgrade. So going from coach to first class in your life, not just on that plane, right? So everything comes in more easily. You have a beautiful ability to afford things you couldn't afford before. Just being comfortable and feeling like you've made it, okay? The feeling of making it. Being in a place that you feel like, oh my God, I'm finally here. I'm achieving this wonderful. And it could be a spiritual thing that's transpiring. Some of us have a big awakening where we have an upgrade spiritually. So we have this Page of Wands here, which, whether it's someone calling you to a job, which is very possible because it is the wands. The wands do have to do with work, so this is a call regarding that. Following your calling, some people may be having that happen. And then we have the Lovers. So the Lovers is a multi-meaning card. This card, first of all, is the Gemini Major Arcana. By the way, let me back up. The Chariot is the Cancer Major Arcana. Then we have the Lovers, which is the Gemini Major Arcana. But what it means also, in addition to being that, is your masculine side and your feminine side of yourself. The masculine is the physical body, and the feminine is the spiritual body. So this is just having this ascension, your soul coming up out of your body, touching divine. Now, if it is a relationship, of course, this is very easy to discern this. This means a soul relationship, a soul bond, someone in the light with you, making that connection with divine in your relationship. So for those of you who are experiencing that, God bless you. It's a wonderful, wonderful energy. So, as a spiritual ascension, it is still quite fabulous, and it all fits in with this beautiful set of cards here regarding being called either spiritually or actually having a physical moment of upgrade where you are now in the divine light, bringing yourself through. Sometimes when we follow our spiritual guidance, we are brought to the place of ascension through that. And that's this, answering this call here and moving into that is very strong for someone I'm speaking to. They are experiencing that now. So it's a both. Now this Chariot means spiritually, physically, emotionally, everything upgrade, financially, everything. So it is a fabulous card. Yay, Aquarius. Remember, 2 to 6 months out. This is a long shot reading. This is your gift for your birthday. So thank you, angels, archangels, divine pure white light, divine spirit, spirit guides, gods and goddesses. Thank you so much for being present here to allow all Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising to have the information they seek. Well, we'll take that. To assist them in remaining on their highest possible spiritual path. Thank you so much, Divine, for your blessings and beautiful messages. We receive this in the love and light it is intended. We thank you for your guidance. Wow. As always, and we welcome your energy here. Thank you so much, Divine. Okay, so these two fell first, and this one fell last. Sorry. So we have the 4. That is the doorway to the future. We're stepping through the doorway. This is the gateway to the next cycle through that door. So awesomeness and a new beginning regarding work and abundance, and that 6 of Swords showing up a second time in the same area. So that's perfect. We have the 8 of Swords, the 6 of Rods, the 7 of Rods, and the 8 of Rods. 10 of Swords, cutting loose the negativity, the Judgment card, the King of Swords, and the 9 of Cups. We have to all believers, the Page of Cups, the 7 of Cups, and the 5 of Swords. The Moon card, the 2 of Rods, the Devil card, and the Empress, again in the same section here. So, there's your Strength card, the wonderful Archangel Ariel and Leo Major Arcana on top of the Tower. So it means no matter come what may, you are being guided through whatever little, it may not feel little at the time, but whatever upset happens, you are being held in good company with this lion who's going to protect you and help guide you through the treacherous waters, right? Or whatever happens with this Tower card. You are being guided and helped through the change. So don't be in fear. You're not alone. And knowing that, simply understanding that the universe is always there, always, is never not looking or not present, and all you have to do is take comfort in that. So that's the thing. This is a living universe. We are not in a place of isolation. We are, even when we think we're isolating ourselves, you can't cut your connection off to divine. Divine is always there. So remember that. It's always there. You can turn your back on divine, but divine never turns its back on you. Just remember that. 9 of Swords is just sitting there waiting for you to turn back around. It never walks away. 9 of Swords is that fear, okay, that's kind of coming over you. And this is all, if you look at these swords, now, we're air signs. I'm a Libra, but Aquarians, I have lots. My son's an Aquarian, my best friend's Aquarian, lots of Aquarius people around me. So, I get it. And the thing is, and as an air sign, I can do this too. This is where we set ourselves up in our heads for what could go wrong. And we think, we say to ourselves that we're just anticipating these things so that we can deal with them. But what we're doing is we're giving them more power than we're giving the actual, whatever it is that we want to work out. So that is the problem when we get into this kind of energy, is we allow that to take over. So you do not have to give it that power. And then once you realize that's what's happening, you have the freedom to let this go and say, I dismiss that. That is not the reality I choose. And once you've chosen differently, that's when the door opens and you're able to walk through. Anytime we're right at the edge of change, this kind of fear, this is anxiety and having a sleepless night because you're too busy thinking of what the possibilities are that something could go wrong. And we have to be able to go, you know, whatever, come what may, the universe is on my side, is conspiring in my favor, and the door is open, so I must go through so that I can experience my next best wonderful thing. So this is the door to the future. This is being welcomed in, and on the other side of the doorway is a beautiful castle, which is allowing you to have everything you need and want in your future. So this is your future you're walking into. Sorry, my boxer has decided he wants to drink his water, so you may be hearing him slurping over there. So Jack the dog. So we have the Page of Cups here, and this is where you're holding something to yourself and holding it in your sleeve, not really wanting to tell everybody until it's time. This is a beautiful energy of the awakening of what's coming, bringing in the beautiful This is that cup where you're just full of light and possibility, and in being in the place of having whatever it is that you need. And you're just not ready to divulge it to everyone, but look what's coming, the world. It's a beautiful, now, not only are you stepping through a doorway, you're stepping through a threshold into, kind of like Alice and through the looking glass, into the next realm of your life, into the next cycle. Then we have, so all of these are talking about transformation. So this is really amazing, Aquarius. This is the Six of Swords, which is moving in the right direction, launching in the right direction, having all of your experience and abilities, and able to do whatever it is you need to do, and being guided by divine. When you do that, all possibilities are available. So the doors are open and you're actually going through. Then we have the Ace of Rods, which is a fabulous energy of flourishing, new possibilities, new growth. This is where it's taken root and it's actually taking off. And again, we have this beautiful Ten of Cups, which means the best possible outcome. This is beautiful, happily ever after energy. This is the answer to what's going to happen as I go through. So don't let fear, that very first card is the fear that can stop you dead in your tracks. If you don't push past that, you can't experience all this wonderful new growth. And there again, the Six of Swords saying you are moving in the right direction. So that's a direct confirmation. And FYI, swords are your suit because we're air signs. Swords are our confirmation suit. So don't get too much in your head over it, because that's what's happening in this little section. Now, once we're through and once we start the go, we've got this promise of beautiful abundance here. The universe providing a solid financial foundation. If you find yourself in a tailspin, overthinking it, this is the overanalysis paralysis card. You've got to sit down and actually get yourself centered and focused. And some of the things that are, some of these swords are not even real. They're just popping in there, just like, they're more like clutter thoughts, okay? So sit down and make a list and clear your mind and let yourself make a list of everything in your head. And I mean everything. Put down the dumb stuff too. Because you've got to, some of the thoughts are like self-critical thoughts about, oh, I don't know if I have the capability to do this. I don't know if I'm up to this challenge. I don't know everything. Well, guess what? Nobody ever does. And you learn as you go. So just go for it. And that's where you got to cross those things off as fear thoughts and keep it moving, right? And everything that doesn't belong to you needs to be addressed and given away and assigned to other people. So put those things down, cross a line through the things that aren't for you, and assign who it is. If it's someone else to deal with it, you put their name beside it and cross it off of you, because you can't do anything about it. If it's something that the universe has to handle, you draw a line through it and you put universe will handle this. If it's a fear thought, you draw a line through it and you put fear. The only things left on that list should be things that are delegated only for you, because if you can't take action on it, it doesn't belong in your head. You don't need to be circling around it. So only focus on what belongs to you and action that you can take. Take those actions in the priority that they need to be, and don't let yourself get stuck. This is kind of like writer's block. That's the only way I can really describe it. It's where we get into a procrastination mindset because we think other people are holding us back. And that's why you have to kind of shoo those things out of there that don't belong to you. And then see what you have to do and prioritize it. Then we have this Ace of Cups, which is the knowledge of the universe, the love, the intuition, the growth, the expansion. This is a new cycle beginning. You've got all the beautiful the moon phases coming in, sun phases too. We've got these beautiful beams of knowledge coming in from the all-seeing eye, and the beautiful goblet of the Holy Grail. This is holding the elixir of life, which is the DNA of all things. So everything is possible. This is a rare time in your life where everything is lining up. So not that it doesn't happen often, but it doesn't happen as often as we would like, right? Well, this is that time for you guys. This is wonderful 6 months. Six of Rods is returning from battle victorious. Anytime that you see the sun, see how the sunbeams are in the background? You have the sun in the background here. It's always a wonderful confirmation that this is a beautiful victory. And we have, and don't we always feel better when the sun comes out? It's like, oh, the clouds are cleared, the sun is out, everything is okay again with the world. So this is coming back from battle victorious, and so you see all the blooming rods that are he's carrying with him. So this is new possibilities and new opportunities being brought in through that victory. This is being seen head and shoulders above the rest, being very much in a state of valor. We have the Strength card again, showing up to say you have the universe on your side, helping you face down whatever you need to. The Seven of Rods is standing your ground. So, don't be afraid to stick to your what you want and what you feel in your heart, because you're being guided. So allow yourself to follow that. Here is the victory a second time, talking about the victory there with the Six of Rods. Now we're in the gift of the victory by the universe, giving you clarity and knowledge. This sword also stands for knowledge. This is a beautiful energy of clearing all anything that's been secluding your vision or keeping you from seeing forward is now cleared because of the sword. Clarity and insight are focused really strongly, and that opens up the door for all of these possibilities. You see the blooms on the rod, that always means new growth and abundance. So the Eight of Rods here is all of this heading your direction, very quick moving energy, fast moving. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy there. I couldn't have asked to give you better cards. I mean, goodness gracious. So now, whatever you've been battling through here, and standing in strong and pushing back on, we have the Ten of Swords showing that has come to an end. So all of that negativity or toxic energy, if it was a negative workplace or a negative experience, whatever it is coming to an end. That Ten of Swords is closing the door to that. And in its place comes the Ten of Pentacles. So some of you may be in a retiring place, or someone may be in a big buyout if you're selling your business, or getting out of something. This is the money coming in exchange. And if you are getting a new job that pays more money, some of you may be going back to work at a place that you used to work at. It can mean recalling. This is the Judgment card, which is blowing the trumpet of resurrection here. So either going back to work for someone, or a new opportunity coming in that showed up before. Maybe you weren't ready for it and now you are. Learning something new, being in a place of being open and allowing the universe to give you the knowledge you need so that you can become more valuable. Okay, it may be a whole new direction, or it may be something that you're specializing in or learning how to do. And you've got the King of Swords here, which is your Aquarius king. This is also the Archangel Michael, which is a beautiful energy of protection, obstacle removing, seeking the truth. He is always about the truth and the just. Very strong energy there. Then we have the Seven of Wands again. We had it over here. Now it's back. This is showing up saying, so you had it right there. Stand your ground, because your heart's desire is about to be granted. The Nine of Cups is the universe saying yes to your heart's desire. So whatever it is that you truly want, you're about to have the happiness and joy of receiving it. Now, this is relationships, love life, and spiritual life. However, I think a lot of you, this is talking about this work stuff going on. Love life is great, but a lot of times we're focused on other things, and we may already have the relationship established. So here's the Knight of Cups, which is the divine offer coming in. It's telling you to all believers. So for those of you who are waiting for someone to extend their heart to you, this can be that. It can also be a job being offered. To all believers is a additional card that comes in this little deck, and it means to keep your faith. Whatever you're manifesting, this is the Magician, the Master Manifester, keeping it positive and being in a place of complete harmony with the universe, always staying in the higher energy and the higher light. And then you have the Page of Cups, which is the universe promising to always, always be there to give you whatever it is that you need. You will be provided for. That's what that little fish is in there. The universe has all that you need, and that's the wonderful thing about manifesting. You have to understand that the universe doesn't care if you're asking for $5 or $5 million. It's the same energy. So go big. that's, that's the real thing there. Go big. Believe for the biggest thing possible. That way you know the universe did it. So we have the Hierophant here, which is either someone accepting you into an organization. Somebody might be getting married. This is also a religious figure. So it can be a wedding or some kind of ceremony that is being established. You may be getting some kind of acknowledgement. Now, as a job, it is also someone offering you to join their organization. The Seven of Cups means blessings and abundance, which is an overflow of all things coming at you. I call this the dump truck load of blessings, and it's because it requires work. So when it shows up, you're going to have to do something in order to deal with all the blessings. They're going to be so fast and furious. Then we have the High Priestess, which is allowing yourself to go with the flow and letting yourself be fully engaged and not be in fear. And this Five of Swords is being a little battle weary, having gone through so many trials and tribulations. Sometimes it's hard to get ourselves in the light of accepting and allowing when we've had to struggle. So this is about changing your energy from that aggressive energy into the passive energy. Now we have the Empress, which is a beautiful opening of something new, and the Moon card, which is the Pisces major arcana, and also I call this the embryo. So if any of you are trying to have the fertility, this can also be the moment that you figure out, oh my goodness, I'm going to be preggers, yay. This can also be the idea, because it is about bringing something to light. So this is whatever it is that you've been manifesting over here. So it's a million things it could be, because all the people watching, whatever it is for you, it's being revealed. It's being brought to light. It's actually coming to fruition. The Moon card means it's developing, opening, and presenting itself. Now, for a lot of you, it's about this abundance coming in here, the Chariot, the upgrade, and beautiful energy of the Two of Rods, which is taking hold of this beautiful upgrade and moving forward with it. Got the world in your hand. That's an upgrade, all right, isn't it? Now, we have this Page of Wands here, which is call to action. Now, when you get the call to action, sometimes we also panic. So this Devil card is your own self-sabotaging thoughts. Do not go with this energy. Let this go. Fear, doubt, shame, all of that needs to go out the window. You can pull, look, there's this, they've got these little tiny little ties to the base of this stand that he's standing behind, like a podium. Okay, now you can free yourself at any moment from this. You do not have, this is just a tiny little thread, and it's real loose around their neck. You can slip it right off and move. You do not have to be in, you don't have to serve fear. That's what they just gave me. You do not have to serve fear. You can let go and admonish fear and let yourself out of that trap. Because what's waiting for you is the evolution of this beautiful energy of ascension and beautiful light with the nurturing energy of the Empress a second time. So, beautiful development of this wonderful energy, of this beautiful light and love of the universe here for you. All my Aquarius, I love you so much. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. Don't forget, we have all kinds of playlists. Click my little eye that's floating over here. It'll take you to my homepage. And you can see all the playlists and how to join if you want to be a Mystic member and support my channel. Well, I'll see you again in February. Namaste.